allow them to loot, set up for the advanced UAVs, and disrupt. Well, he'll do even more than that. See you later, Heretics. Bye-bye. Dealt with and out of here.
CT Gaming, Heretics make an early exit here on this last map of Rebirth Island.
Can push back with
Crack pistol in hand. All you need is one more bullet. Maybe the nade will do it for you. I respect it from Grime. He says, I don't need to go hunting right now. I don't need to. Oh. Maybe have found their end against FaZe Clan.
Yeah, that's that problem with having your anchor involved in the fight at all times. We'll come back to it in a moment, though. Ravens have.
Señores, para poder avanzar en la partida, el equipo de CT Gaming desafortunadamente se va wipeado, pero
It's going to create a little bit of a pincer by its lonesome. Heats has actually done very well in the kill feed there to pick up Believe, but King Chalk and Nearson will check back, ensure that this is cleared out, because you don't want to be trapped between these two sides.
Yeah, this is a huge sort of triangle that we have going out here. PBJ could put themselves in a fantastic position here to hold out two superstar teams and maybe get
well, with the sniper. We've seen this alternating role between him and Disrupt before. Disrupt, by the way, having a fantastic tournament. We've called him out through this year for his underperformance in relation to Spam in terms of the slaying department, but well, he's fixing all of that here in Paris, let me tell you. He continues to strip away. A lot of work with his life there.
well, let's go ahead. FaZe
Pop off here. They're in last place.
Nice, something. Remate, volando, está volando el otro. Cayó en el agua ya, aquí mi ping.
Vamos a limpiar abajo, vamos a limpiar abajo, venga.
Cuéntame.
Dos, ya estoy abajo. Acuérdense que tenemos gente en el agua, vengan.
Aquí a mi derecha.
Subió.
Que suban, papi, suban de vuelta. Sí.
Lo tienes en la bait y sin la bait.
Espérame.
Aún no agarré.
Nos tiré cluster. Sí, está
en el techo. En el shack también.
Ya nos cayeron los de PP, papi. Aguas.
No puedes sacarlo.
Puedes revivir en tienda. Dale.
Oh, it was Vamos, you make your way into the turbine and you just get caught at the wrong time. FaZe Clan had everything going their way, but they drop outside of any type of multiplier. It was looking good. You heard the confidence. You even heard them say, calm down, let's just chill. Let's just chill. We don't need to do anything, but it's just too many teams at the turbine that push them out and cut them down.
Yeah, hell of a lot going on there. You eventually, a 5-man contest over at the turbine, and eventually you were felled. But the Ravens, you're sniffing out a lot at prison. PBJ have made their way here, so the next targets for King Chalk and Nearson, a huge development off of our screens, by the way. Twisted Minds have moved all the way up the coast, taking Gen G not only out of Chemical, but off the map, and now control essentially the entire center of the circle. It's putting themselves in a spot to continue to dominate this lobby.
You can see Vitality still alive. They're actually going to be one of these squads that have taken a home of Turbine. Just on the outside, you have Virtus Pro, who they were trying to get Mixie at Turbine. It got a little bit too worse for wear for them, so they're going to go ahead, back on up, hold the line here at the shack. But T1, they get a sense that VP's in here, and Disrupt is the one trying to work some of these angles. Good job there. He finds the timing, slides on in, will cut down Adrian. Where's the trade from Virtus Pro? It's not there. Plates go in, he resets the health, and he's looking to get back active.
Disrupt has played that incredibly well, by the way, to ensure he was always staying in a position where Echo and Spam could cover him. He's not going to send this, although actually he does get a little overextensive tucked into that box. Just wanted to stay, keep himself on that corner. Boys should be able to buy him back in at the industry's buy regardless. PBJ, they're dead. They're out of here. We'll not get that top 5 multiplier. Woes continue.
Oh,
Battle done.
continuing to go. Vitality swings in, and you have to finish this fight quickly because Resurgence is disabling.
Lovely stuff out of Vitality. Time it well. Understand that there is a situation ongoing and move up once those red dots start appearing on their radar. Ravens, though, are about to do the exact same thing to them. They hear the gunfights. They want to get involved. Sage will get cracked, ripped down to a slither of HP, but will survive just for now.
I think the Ravens make a great call there. They could have flown at Vitality, but they look at the zone and say, the second we do, we know T1's over at Bio, we're going to get held. We're going to get gate kept. It's so easy for us to get third party. It's way more important we get to that 1.4 multiplier. We have the...
Mira, ha caído DC contra Shada, contra el equipo brasileño de First Squad. Clam que ha conseguido noquear a uno, creo.
Vitality, ojito. 6 bajos. Se está acabando el resurgimiento. Tienen que pelear ya. Llevan a Grime y Echo desde la parte superior.
Trying to work together. But I think they're going to try and lay in wait here. They understand.
If Gen G wiped?
Yeah, Gen G got wiped a little while ago.
Okay.
Gen G at 141, chat. That is the cutoff right now for top 5. Vitality's at 122 live scores. 124, they're going to be right with Novo.
El equipo ya tiene su lugar asegurado en la final. Pinchok agarrando un poquito más de dinero, buscando ahora sí que para unas rachas o algo por el estilo, para el endgame. Sabe que los de Chi1 están en la parte de arriba y tienen que tener cuidado. En la parte de arriba tenemos a Chi1, los cuales están esperando el push. Y el turno bastante seguro en estos momentos. Chi1 está esperando el error de estos chavos a ver si logran sacar alguna baja, pero al ver que no hay nada.
Would have agreed with you about the tunnel play about 30 seconds ago, but T1 did make that rotation. Backed off from the fight, went from Bio to Chemical. Actually, I think it's Echo dropping back on Spam, just trying to cover your retreat in case it's needed. And actually, the Ravens get active. They will wipe Vitality here. Now have Spam trying to hem them in, and it might force the Raven squad through the tunnels as all of T1 turn and face in this direction.
That's another top 5. Miss for Vitality. So many of these squads still outside of zone. Who's in zone with full control? It's still Twisted Minds. T1 here on the outside. You saw them getting a little bit mixing into that fight with the Ravens. They're going to hold the line yet again. One more team needs to drop to get to that top 5. All of these squads know it. It's one player from Virtus Pro alive. You got one player from H1. Other than that, it's 2 Ravens and all 3 squads still alive. Stallion's one of those ones that they might be able to sneak their way over. Do they make this read, though? The Ravens are close by. Trades start coming on through. Zone is closing in. T1 goes for the res. I don't know if you're going to be able to get it, as you're now just sort of trying to play as a full 3. Spam, no plates. On the low ground, Kruger's gonna find Echo. Disrupt swings, puts number 10 on the board as he gets the drop, and Zone pulls back over to Bio. T1, they might be in such a good spot.
They want to get ahead of this, but actually Ravens are going to move first from Industries. They go back through the tunnel, get themselves set up now, so they'll be able to try and hold everybody out. It's on T1 to catch essentially what remains. Spam's going to try and loot a couple of bodies. There will actually be one player from H1 beneath him. Doubt he reads that. But look at this. Blast and Shift have actually dropped amongst this, and Allman trying to make something happen in the gas. Feels a little bit like a Hail Mary. Not that it really matters much in terms of the grandstands, but it will be Ravens in control of win condition. Disrupt trying to upset that. Somehow totally misses Almond? And as Ormond hits the buy for Shifties to fly back in, Ravens are just playing cleanup.
Yeah, all they need to do, it was both teams trying to play for that buy station to get the players, the teammates back in. But look at this, they've been able to do it. But unfortunately, Shifty, he's still here at the top. He's still ripping. Stallions dropped into the back as King Chalk will cut down Echo. 7 players remaining across 4 teams here. It's all 3 players from the Ravens. It's 1 player in Shifty from Twisted Minds, a T1 player, an H1 player. But you hit the buy yet again, and Conal drops Disrupt.
And the zone will drag again. All these sides must shift themselves. Ravens are trying to get ahead. You read that Spam's just in behind you. King Chalk sees him, cuts him, drops him. T1 are out of here. Ravens now solidify themselves with a top 3 at the very minimum. 3 v1v1. But one of them is Blastides, and he is eventually sniffed out by Nielsen.
Yeah, we're not going to see another one happen here. It's a 3v1. Conal will get dropped, and Ravens Esports will claim a win here on day 2. Shift had a lot to say about Ravens, but I might go ahead and suggest we do a little bit of content today. Ballongerie for him, because he's got a lot of baloney coming his way.
Certainly does. Look, we'll check back in once we see the final scoreboard. But the Ravens coming into this with the 2nd best team on Rebirth Island. Had not looked that way so far in the tournament. Felt inevitable that they would eventually start to light things up here. But I've got to applaud their decision making. Clear out industries, take their time, set themselves up in that spot in tunnel. And it's kind of, okay, we've got the opportunity to push Chem should the zone send it, or rotate early before anybody else. And they are brave on that rotation. They're so far ahead of everybody else. Deal with everything in mass. And then don't get over aggressive. We see it so often from some other sides where they, all right, we're in control of this. They overextend, they push on out. No such thing. King Chalk and Nielsen had a vice grip, an iron fist around the throat of this lobby, and they do a great job to close out.